All right, welcome back to the 80 Star Basketball Channel, the only star basketball channel where we're bringing you some good stuff for star cards and the 101. So this is going to be really cool, and I've just kind of got good news all the way around. But this is the biggest of things that matter to me is perception in the hobby. And that's actually the reason why you saw star cards go up. I said it all last year was people changing their view on the rookie card. What is the actual rookie card? And the fact that there's probably one, Jordan Star 101 for every 86 Fleer, one to every 100. That's another kind of the one of these huge catalysts combined with the perception change that just absolutely make the Star Jordan just a must have kind of thing, and the true rookie card. But perception in the hobby, I've heard things I still say it. I know, like Cajun Cardboard, he says that, star cards went up inorganically and that's why they all came down. And I disagreed with him and even said, on his comments, no, it's not. There is quote unquote, what is organic? And that means it's devoid of news, is how I take that. And no, there is news. PSA changed it, and it took time for the perception change in the hobby. The only thing different was his expectation, or people's expectation, was like, oh, cards are going to get a little bump, but that's it. And it's no, PSA basically legitimized these cards with grading them. And as Nat Turner, basically the CEO of PSA, I think he's the president, but he came out and said the Star 101 is the true rookie card. And then you started hearing other, social media people say it. They felt comfortable saying it because it's just obvious. And what's interesting, and just in the last 2 weeks, people mainly have been, the prices all came down. We had the big someone put up a bunch on, I believe it was Golden, at I think they had like 10 or 11 when the prices were at peak, and that's what actually flipped the hobby. Everyone got scared and it pulled it down. So everyone was thinking, everyone kept saying the term pump and dump, and that sucked because it implied like people, it was like orchestrated or something. And then it just turned into this madness of people not wanting star cards to go up. I don't know why, but anyway, this was awesome because this sums up everything I've been saying in the perception change, and why Jordan 101s are going to, this perception change is still happening, and you will see them continue to rise this year. And I'm going to show a couple things after this that, kind of showing the turnaround for 101s. And I talk about the 101 because it's kind of the leader. The Jordan rookie is kind of like as it moves, so does Star as well. But, some of the things that didn't run up as fast, like the Hall of Fame rookies like Olajuwon and Barkley and stuff, those have been trickling up slowly, and they continue to rise, slowly continue to rise. So just, those are still going up, but the Jordan 101 is starting to reverse. But check out this clip. I absolutely love this. And Jeremy Lee, Josh Adams, and he has Victor on, the rookie card specialist. We had Victor on here and kind of, debating and talking about the 86 Fleer and, versus the 101. And watch this. Watch what happens here. 3 out of 4 votes for and I expected Victor to, vote for the 86 Fleer, but watch this.
Josh Adams, Jeremy Lee, two of the smartest and best minds in the hobby. That's very flattering, which begs the question, why is this show not broadcast live from the Burbank West Coast Card Show? Michael Ham, Jordan, XRC, or RC, which is the rookie? Oh, gosh. We're not going to get into that debate tonight, guys.
84 Star is his rookie.
Victor, just say one or the other.
86 is the true rookie.
I'm going to say 84 Star. I'm going to bring Leighton on for just so he can tell us. Leighton, what's yours?
84 Star.
Thank you, Leighton. We'll be right back to you. Okay. Mark.
Now, isn't that, and they're all smiles. I mean, it's kind of funny because, but look at that. 3 of the 4 minds, you're going to hear, it is a quiet push. Because people with 86 Fleer, the nostalgia, and they seem to be dug into this fact, and that they believe, and pack pulled, I get that. I've had this argument a million times and I've said it on this show a bunch of times, but, I understand if pack pulled is everything to you, then that's what it is, for you, that's what it could be. But at the end of the day, there is I would say people are really changing their perception. And because the first license-based card is the Jordan Star. It was distributed in packs to make a base set. It just wasn't randomized. That's it. It was nationally distributed. It was nationally available. You could get it. Was it not at the level of distribution that the other companies were? Absolutely not. I deal only in facts. And the facts of it seem clearly it's the first licensed NBA. NBA's vendor at the time was Star, and they produced a base set card, and there is a Jordan for the Chicago Bulls. And it really just comes down to that. But it's social media here that you will continue to hear this, and this is the reason why the Jordan Star will continue to climb. And talking about that for prices, I don't want to see prices spike again. When you see prices go up that fast, then you have things like that. All of a sudden, someone puts a bunch, up, kind of thing, who had been and was waiting for an opportunity. I do think prices will eventually surpass that, go past where that is, and they're going to be trickling up. Is my prediction this year. I was right last year, and I called the bottom on this one, and it seems to be correct at the moment. Obviously, macroeconomic stuff can change anything. I'm not pie in the sky, but the data is showing that things are turning around. But because I want to show another thing that just happened, I just noticed this week, and that is inventory is dropping. Inventory for right now, there are currently no auctions as of last night, except for a BGS 9 on Heritage. There are no auctions for the 101 at this moment. So, and my numbers have dropped from about the mid 40s down to the low 30s. At the low point, we were in the kind of the high teens for how many 101 are available. And just going by this, there's more bags and stuff available. This isn't like the true number exactly, but it's basically apples to apples with what I've been comparing it to. And I did notice that there is a big drop in inventory right now. So that's we didn't get. Oh, by the way, Tony wasn't able to get out an auction report, so I'm just kind of covering some of this stuff so it doesn't go stale. But he can talk to all this more. He'll get something out Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. But I did want to cover that in conjunction with basically. I'll let Tony talk. We had, where was it? We had the PSA 6s, I said about that we had basically go for 30 and 31. And we had right here, we had a PSA 5, a massive sale on a PSA 5 because it was eye appealing. I talk about variants. The reason why this PSA 5 went high is because eye appealing, it looked like a 6. It was very, very nice. And you will get higher, the variants, when you get an eye appealing card. These cards are so different than other cards. The variance between a grade is so much bigger because these are so condition sensitive, and especially on eye appeal. But 24,600 for almost 25K for a PSA 5, that is huge. And then over here, this PSA 6 went for just about 27. So this PSA 6, I do want to show this because I thought this, I hate to not bag it on someone's card, and I always hate that, but this was not an eye appealing 6 to me at all. This is the variance of grades. You had damage down here, you had each corner has a touch, but you also had some white showing on the card. The reason why this card got a 6 is the centering is exceptional. This is a really nice, well-centered card. That is why this got to a 6 and above a 5. But people like minty cards, with these. If you're paying that much money, you want to enjoy the cards. And the hard thing about, the damage is it really just kind of shows on eye appeal. So, but centering is really, really, obviously the most important kind of resale grade. So this did go high for the centering. But as far as, eye appealing, this wouldn't have been a card I pursued as a 6, but that's me personally, because I care, I actually care more about minty. To me, they're all off center. Like, this card is a little off center. If someone looked at it for the first time, they would be like, oh, but if really in reality, this is like top 5%, maybe probably higher than that, of all 101s. This is just exceptional. But again, as far as minty, I didn't really care for it, and I thought it, kind of affected the auction sale. So, but it was at 27, where we kind of bottomed out at 25. So they're definitely creeping up. All sales creeping up. In conjunction with that, I think kind of the next domino that's going to be the kind of the resistance point, but it seems to be dropping, was 7s. I thought 7s came down to, the lowest was a really non-eye appealing one at like 37 something, but they were right at 38. So I'm guessing the next one cracks 40, because guess what? They're gone. PSA 7s, they're gone. They've been pulled from anything 40 and sub. No auctions, no anything. So I'm guessing the next one goes higher, and it'll have to pull out. There's, I think the next highest one I saw was 40. The lowest one was 45 for like a buy it now at 45K kind of thing. I'm not seeing it here. I swear I saw it. 47. Okay, it looks like 47 is your lowest 7 that's available. So, right, I'm thinking these break 40, and right now it seems like the upper trajectory. I'm going kind of out on the limb, and I'm going to call it because the data is showing it. So again, macroeconomic stuff. If all of cards fall, these are no exception. But right now, kind of the stars are aligning, no pun intended, for going up right now. So I wanted to call that out. But this is the big news right here, is like, look, 3 out of 4 online. People hear this. People see this. These guys talk in private. People's wallets are affected. New buyers are coming in. Because they're just looking at this and looking at it realistically and saying, hey, where do I want to put my money? Do I want to buy a card that's a 3rd-year card, but it was pulled from a pack that there's a ton of, or do I want to get a much more lower population / to comparatively to the 86 Fleer rare? And as far as base card goes, it's the rarest as they go. Base cards, to even be base, you have to have a decent print run, and these cards like barely make the cut. There was enough of them, but there was no demand back then. Anyway, just really, really good news for star cards, as these will kind of lead the way. Still, things that are going up are things that are solid. Bags, 83. Just things that are, it's just kind of good right now all the way around and trickling up. There's more visibility in the hobby. So seeing this was a kind of like a heartening thing. And right now it's just kind of looking good for Star.